How do we subtract polynomials? Let's find out. Now, subtracting polynomials is exactly similar to adding polynomials. We have seen earlier how do we add polynomials. So the first step is we write the polynomials in the standard form. And second step is we simply combine the like terms. So let's take a look at a few examples that will help clarify these steps for us. So let's take the same examples that we did take when we were looking at adding two polynomials. So let's say our first polynomial, it's a polynomial in variable x, and it is x plus 1. So this is our first polynomial. Our second polynomial, let's call it gx, and let's say our second polynomial is 2 plus 2x. And what we are trying to do is we are trying to find out polynomial px minus gx. This is what we are trying to find out. So our first step says we have to write the polynomial, each of the polynomial in standard form, right? So let's start by writing the first polynomial in standard form. Now we know how to write a polynomial in a standard form. So this is a polynomial of degree 1. So this should be the first term, this should be the second term. So this is how we write polynomial 1 in the standard form. The way it is written, it's already in a standard form. Then the minus sign, the minus. And now we want to write the second polynomial gx in standard form. Now this is a polynomial, it's a linear polynomial. So this term has to come first. So we first write 2x, which is this term, and then we write plus 2. So here we have both polynomials written in standard form, and this minus sign stands for this minus sign, right? Now the second step says we have to combine the like terms. So the like terms, we have talked about this earlier. Like term simply means same variable raised to the same power. So here we have variable x raised to power 1, and here we have this term which is raised to power 1. So these are same like terms. So we can combine these two terms by saying x. Now when we open the parenthesis, this is a plus here and this is a minus, so it will become minus. So we have x minus 2x. Then we have this term which is plus 1, and then we have 2. When we open the parenthesis, this actually will become minus, because this is plus, this is minus. So the second term will be minus 2. And now if we just simply combine them, this will be 1 minus 2, or simply minus x, and this will be minus 1. So the answer to the question px minus gx, where these are the two polynomials given, will be minus x minus 1. Let's take a look at one other example. Now this time, let's say our polynomial px is defined as, let's say 2 plus x cubed. And let's say the next polynomial, this time let's call it qx instead of gx. And let's say this polynomial is defined as 5x plus 7 plus 6x cubed. So here, these are the two polynomials, and we are simply trying to find out px minus qx. So how do we do this? So we are going to write each of the polynomial in standard form. So here, this term comes first because this is the x cubed term. Then we have the term x here, and then we have the term 2, the constant term. So this is how we write the first polynomial px in standard form. Then comes the minus sign, which is this minus. And now we have to write this polynomial in standard form. So this term comes first. This is the x cubed term. So 6x cubed plus 5x plus 7. So what we are going to do here is, before we combine, let's open the parenthesis. This will help clarify it a little bit more. In the last example, we directly combined before opening the parenthesis. So let's open the parenthesis first. So what we have here is we have x cubed. So all of these terms will be the same. X cubed plus x plus 2. And now we have plus here. So when you open the parenthesis, we will get minus 6x cubed. Minus 6x cubed. Then we have a plus. This will again become minus. So we will get minus 5x. This plus will also become minus. We'll get minus 7. Now we want to combine the like terms. So this is an x cubed term, this is an x cubed term. So when we combine, we will get x cubed minus 6x cubed. The next we will have the x term. We have an x term here and we have an x term here. So we will say x minus 5x. And then we will have plus the constant term. We have 2 minus 7. And now let's just simplify this. So this will be minus 5x cubed. This will be minus 4x. And this will be minus 5. So if these are our two polynomials, then px minus qx will be this answer. So this will be px minus qx. Now let's take a look at one last example. So now let's say, this time let's write our variable in y. So let's say py is defined as 7y squared minus 6 minus y cubed. And let's say then gy, which is our second polynomial, that is defined as y to the power 5 minus 6y cubed plus 2 minus 2y squared. And we are doing the same thing. We are looking to find out polynomial py minus polynomial gy. So the first step again is to write each of the polynomials in standard form. So here we will have minus y cubed, then plus 7y squared, and then minus 6. So this is our first polynomial, minus now the second polynomial. So here this will be y power 5. This will be the first term. Then we have minus 6y cubed, minus 6y cubed. Then we have minus 2y squared, and finally the term plus 2. And like we did in the second example, before we combine, we want to open the parentheses, right? So this will help us get the right signs. So the first term will be as is, so we will get minus y cubed plus 7y squared minus 6. And now for these terms, so this is plus, so when we open the parenthesis, this will become negative. So we'll have minus y power 5. Then this minus will become plus. We will have plus 6y to the power 3. This minus will become plus. We'll have plus 2y squared. And this plus minus will become minus. We'll get minus 2. And now we are going to combine the like terms. And during the adding of polynomials, we have seen the same thing. When we have a term which does not have a corresponding term, meaning here we have a term that has y power 5, but there are no other y power 5 terms. So then this term will remain as it is. And because it is the highest power, we'll write this first. So minus y power 5. The next is y power 3. There is this term and there is this term. So we're going to combine these two terms. So we'll say plus. So we are going to write this term minus y power 3, and then we'll say plus 6y power 3. So this is the y power 3 term. Then there are the y squared terms. So we will let's combine this. So 7y squared, and then we have here plus 2y squared. And then we have any y terms. We don't have any y terms. The next is these constant terms. We have these two constant terms. So we say plus, this is minus 6, and then we have minus 2. So let's make sure we have covered all of the terms. So this term has been taken care of, this. Yes, we got all the terms. So then this will be minus y to the power 5, minus y raised to the power 5. And this will be 6 minus 1, 5. So this will be plus 5y cubed. This will be plus 9y squared. And then we will have minus 8. So this will be the answer when we do polynomial py minus gy, where these are the two given polynomials.